It is absolutely not true. It is absolutely not correct, and it can never be correct for the online mischievous presentation or mischievous mispresentation of what the Chief of Defence Staff, General Olufemi Oluyede, said during the JDWC joint stakeholders meeting. The Unwata TV News and some few online television were flying that the armed forces are disunited. That is the CDS, General Olufemi Oluyede, said so. And I blatantly said that is a blatant lie from the pit of the hell. I know very well that the Chief of Defence Staff, General Olufemi Oluyede, is a professional soldier, a well-trained infantry officer. This is someone that grew through the rank, highly disciplined, someone that inculcates discipline within the rank, and someone that knows the workings of the armed forces even before he becomes the Chief of Army Staff, not to talk of now that he is the coordinating most senior armed forces officer in Nigeria today as the 4-star general and also the Chief of Defense Staff. There's no way, it is quite impossible for such a very senior officer holding a very strategic #1 military man in Nigeria that would have said such a thing, having had his discipline, his training, coming from the infantry and also becoming the Chief of Army Staff and now Chief of Defense Staff. He's been misquoted out of context. His position is being misrepresented by the mischievous people who want to, I don't know what they want to achieve, but whatever they intend to achieve, they will not achieve it. Because I will tell you, the armed forces is more organized, is more synergized, is been having better cooperation, is having better synergy, is having better working relationship even under the Chief of Defence Staff, General Olufemi Oluyede. And then what he is also doing is expanding the scope of cooperation among security agencies, not just the armed forces itself, but sister security agencies in order to do an in-home, more like local way of approaching security challenges. Recently, he tried to bring in the issue of non-kinetic approach and then put in the kinetic approach. And that is the most civil, professional military way of handling situations like that he has presented. So for anybody to have come down to be insinuating and mischievously insinuating that the Chief of Defence Staff said that the armed forces is not coordinated or there is no cooperation, or it's absolutely not right. I think journalists, most especially, should be able to clarify, get a text of whatever he said or any other officer said within the circle of the armed forces before making a public presentation. It is very, very wrong. We are talking security here. Security is the most paramount thing in Nigeria. You can only govern when there's peace, unity, and security in the country. And where you try to mischievously misquote what a most senior officer of the Federation said, it means that somebody is having certain notion somewhere that by the grace of God they will not succeed. This man tried to portray what he tried to say. He cited different example of different synergies where cooperation, understanding, synergy, working together will bring a better result than working individually. He did not say that there is no unity among the armed forces. He never said there is disunity. He never said one of the service failed or one of the service did not cooperate with the other. He never said so. But mischievously, he's been misquoted because of, like I said, mischievous reasons, and they will not succeed. The Chief of Defence Staff, General Olufemi Oluyede, is doing everything humanly possible to ensure that the armed forces continue to grow better and stronger in cooperation and in synergy, in understanding and with professionalism. And that, like I said, that was why there was that joint meeting where other sister security agencies were part of the meeting and trying to see how a solution will be found for the challenges we are facing, security challenges that we are facing in Nigeria. And that is the best and the better way to do it, when you bring every part of the security strata of the country coming together to discuss one thing, the central security, peace, unity of the country. That is leadership, not just leadership, but qualitative and professional leadership. The man has adopted an administrative strategy in trying to ensure that success is achieved and security is achieved in the country. So whoever tried to be mischievous is just on his own.
I was the 2IC of the maneuver unit for that exercise. I wouldn't want, to talk about the service that did the right thing or the one that didn't do the right thing then. But it was obvious that the right competencies have to be, brought to fore when we're talking about joint operations. Like it's noted, I was airlifted with others from Calabar to Lagos. But when we needed the Navy, we didn't see them. And even the Army, when you look at what the Army was supposed to do then, we still fell short too. So it boils down to the fact that we need to enhance the capacity of all services and all agencies. That's the point here.